Let's find the volume of this triangular prism. To find the volume of any prism, we need to start out by writing down the formula for the volume of a prism. The volume of a prism is equal to the area of the base times the height. So in this formula, B represents the area of the base, and H represents the height of the prism. Now let's identify that base in our triangular prism. Since we're working with a triangular prism, our base is a triangle. So here we have a triangle, and here we have a triangle. Those two triangles are the two bases of our triangular prism. Now here, B is the area of the base. And since our base is a triangle, we know the area of a triangle. The area of a triangle is 1/2 the base times the height of the triangle. So instead of writing B, the area of the base, we can write 1/2 the base times the height, which is the area of a triangle. So here we can rewrite our formula as the volume equals 1/2 the base times the height times the height. Uh-oh, we just picked the same variable to mean two different things. These two h's do not represent the same thing, so we need to distinguish them. Let's have this first h be h sub 1, and the second h be h sub 2. Now we need to identify what each h is, so we know what we're talking about. This h sub 1 was originally this h, the height that we use to find the area of our triangle. H sub 1 is the height of our triangle, so the height of our base. So that's what h sub 1 is. Now what about h sub 2? Well, h sub 2 was this h, the original h from our original formula. That h represented the height of our prism. So that means that h sub 2 will represent the height of our prism. Great. Now we've distinguished between h sub 1 and h sub 2. Now that we know what all of our variables mean, let's go through our triangular prism and see if we can identify these variables in our prism. Let's see. First we have V, the volume, which is what we're trying to find. Now B here is the base. That would be the base of the triangle, so that we can find the area. Well, here we have our triangle, and here is the base. It measures 5 centimeters. So that means B is equal to 5 centimeters. Now for h sub 1. H sub 1, remember, is the height of our triangle. So again, we look at our triangle, and we find the height. This line right here, that runs perpendicular to our base. That line measures 2 centimeters. That means that h sub 1 is equal to 2 centimeters. Great. Now h sub 2. H sub 2, remember, is the height of our prism. To find the height of a prism, you want to find the distance between the two bases. So again, here we have a base, and here we have a base. The distance, or the length between them, is 10 centimeters. So that means h sub 2 is equal to 10 centimeters. Perfect. Now we have values for each one of the variables in our formula. In step number 3, let's plug those values in to the formula for the volume. So we have that the volume of our triangular prism is equal to 1/2 times the base, which is 5, times the height of our triangle, which is 2, times the height of our prism, which is 10. So now all we need to do to find the volume of this triangular prism is solve this equation for V. To solve for V, we simply need to simplify this right-hand side using the order of operations. That means we need to address these innermost parentheses first. So we want to take 5 times 2 first. We get 1/2. 5 times 2 would be 10, and we're still multiplying by 10 on the outside. Now we still look inside these parentheses. If we take 1/2 times 10, that's the same as 10 over 2. Well, 10 over 2, or 10 divided by 2, is just 5. So we get 5 times 10. And 5 times 10 is equal to 50. So now we have the volume of our triangular prism. But remember, volume is a measurement, so we need units in our answer. Well, volume is measured in units cubed. So we need to find out what units we're working with and then cube them and put them in our answer. If we look, everything in our triangular prism was measured in centimeters. That means our volume will be measured in centimeters cubed. So now we found the volume of this triangular prism. The volume is 50 centimeters cubed.